Is it actually counting down?
No, it's live now.
We should go there as well.
Do you want me to stop
No,
this?
you're all right. No one's probably viewing you. For any of you who don't know, this is my young co-host, Rupert. He always gives some amazing insights into the world of nutrition, so wait for his special comments tonight. All right. What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of This, That, or Something Else. I'm your host, Adam Martin, and today we look at bread. Now, this one comes as a direct request from a viewer, so thank you very much, Glenn McKenna, for requesting this one. He wanted me to take a look at breads and kind of the ins and outs of them and which ones are good and which ones are bad, so that's what we're doing here tonight. And of course, I'll give my something else, which I've got as wraps, but we'll talk about that coming up soon. So let's dive straight. Today we're going to look at wholemeal bread, which I guess is what we're now told is the kind of be-all and end-all. We've gone for a Helga's pumpkin seed and grain, so it's got plenty of good grains and seeds in there as well, and we're told that that's your healthy option to go for. And of course, the other side is the devil, as we're now told, is just pure plain old white bread. Nothing fancy about it. I've just gone for the Coles Smart Buy. I don't tend to eat a whole lot of bread these days, guys, purely because I like saving my carbohydrates for something else. I am a fries fiend. I love anything potato. So last night, my beautiful wife, she made some mashed potatoes. Tonight, we had chips from the oven. I love anything potato. So I like to save my carbs for that. But that doesn't mean to say bread is a bad thing. So let's jump into it. So first of all, let's jump into the macronutrients because that's exactly what we're here and to educate you guys about what's exactly in your food. Okay, so let's just take a look, I guess, at the evil side of things first. Normally we just go for the good side. Let's take a look at what people tell us is bad and to stay away from, and that is white bread. So a serving of this is 2 slices, and that goes for both of these. This one here, the serving, is 72 grams. You can see they're a bit smaller than this side, and a serving, which is 2 slices on this one, is 80 grams. Now, let's break down the macronutrients and calories in both of these. Calories on white bread, 184 calories. Calories on wholemeal bread is 212. So straight off the bat, you don't have to be a genius at mathematics. In your wholemeal bread, you've got more calories. And as I've said time and time again, your number one thing on the scale of shit that matters is calories in and calories out. I don't care who you talk to. If they tell you that calories don't matter, they're a fool. I'm happy to debate them any day of the week. Now, once you've got yourself into a healthy weight range, then we can start talking about sugars and fiber and things like that. But let's talk about pure calories to start off with. This one loses straight out. It's more calories than this one. It's not a huge amount, so don't stress too much. They're about even, but it is slightly more. Let's look at protein. Now, because this has got seeds in it, it's going to have slightly higher protein, but it's marginal. This one's got 6 grams of protein. This one's got 8 grams. 2 grams in a whole grand scheme of it, when most people should probably be having anywhere from 80 to maybe 140 grams of protein a day. 2 grams, it ain't going to make much of a difference. You're much better off getting your protein from actual meat source. Or if you're a vegetarian, maybe a tofu or something like that, but don't get me started on tofu. But I would get it from a protein, and so 2 grams isn't going to make any difference whatsoever, even though this one is loaded with the whole wheat grain and it's loaded with seeds. Now let's get into fats. Not going to be ever a whole lot of fats in these guys because there's not a whole lot of fats in them. So you're looking at, what do we got? 1.5 grams in the white bread, and we're looking at 4.5 grams in that. Now, yes, the fat is coming from the seeds, but at the end of the day, a fat's a fat. That's got higher fat content. But again, it's so minimal, guys, that it's not going to make much of a difference. Now, the carbohydrate levels, where we're going to look at the difference in these one. Carbohydrates in the white bread, you're looking at 35 grams. And carbohydrates in the wholemeal bread, we're looking at 32 grams. So again, guys, slightly lower in here because it is filled with the nuts and the seeds. The seeds and the grains. So slightly lower on that side. But again, so marginal that it doesn't matter whatsoever. So on the surface, and as we dig a little deeper, both sides of the equation here are basically equal. And that's what I'm trying to get across on the scene here. My co-host is out of here. He's had enough. So Rupert's got no special comments tonight. You take it easy, buddy. I've got this show. So as I said, guys, this whole kind of fear-mongering around white bread, if this is what you enjoy and you get more enjoyment out of it, it's exactly the same as this. Don't get bought in and kind of, I guess, brainwashed by the televisions, television ads, the internet out there, Gwyneth Paltrow kind of, celebrities out there who have no idea about nutrition. They've just got 10 million supporters and they can say what they like and people will follow it. So don't get caught up in all of that hype. They're exactly the same. Now, if you like the wholemeal bread and you enjoy the taste and enjoy the seeds, by all means, go for it. And if bread's something you can fit into your daily calorie intake, now let's go over it again. Females, I'm going to say very broad average, guys, anywhere from about 1,500 calories to maybe 2,000 calories. And males, anywhere from kind of 1,650, 1,700 calories up to about 2,200 calories is what you should be having per day. Now, these ones, if you can make it fit into that, great, go for it. Me personally, if I'm going to have some sort of like sandwich or thing like that, I would do away with these because I said you're looking at just 2 slices now. I'll have 2 sandwiches, so you've got to double the calories for those. And what we're looking at almost 400 calories just in bread before we put any toppings on. So let's do away with those. And let's look at wraps. Now, these are a wheat white wrap. There are other options. There's rye and there's wholemeal ones. There's rice, whole heap of them, but I just went for the ones that I do go for if I am having them. Now, a serving is just 1 slice. And 1 serving, guys, 68 calories. So we're going to go almost a third of the calories just in one of these. And let's just break it down really quickly. Protein, 2.5 grams. Fat, under a gram. There's no fat. And carbs, 13 grams. So there's absolutely nothing in these. And yet you can use 1 wrap. But what I would do is obviously go 2 or 3. And you can fill them up with your fillings that you would normally have. And you're actually getting kind of 3 servings, and it feels to you and your body and your brain trying to trick it there a little bit that you're having 3 servings or 3 sandwiches or 3 fillings. And so your brain may actually think that you had a much bigger meal than it's actually had, and you've saved yourself a heap of calories than what you would have in bread. So my something else this week, guys, is a mountain bread wrap. There's 1,000 of these things. Don't be mistaken for tortilla wrap. That's a tortilla wrap. There's heaps of calories in them, so don't get them mistaken for mountain bread and tortilla wraps. Mountain bread's what you want to look for, but turn the packet over, guys. Have a look at what the calories are, look what the servings are, and see for yourself just exactly what the calorie intake is. Look, my co-host out of here, he's going to probably go and have a look at the bread. So that's my something else there, guys. I hope you liked what I brought you there. If you've got any questions, leave the comment there. My photographer there, cinematographer I should say, Amy will ask me those questions and pull me up at any point. That's, I guess, been another episode there for us, guys. If you've enjoyed the episode, I'd love you to hit that like button. Please hit that like button for me, guys. If you want to leave a comment, do leave a comment. This will be up live on my YouTube channel sometime soon in the next week, I'm hoping, at TrueXFizz as well. If you want to email me, it's at adam@truexfizz.com. Anything else, guys, I'm always happy to answer a question. Give me a tip for next week. If you've got something you want me to compare, I've already got one for next week from another viewer, but keep them coming in, guys. I'm loving all of the comments and the responses. So I'd like to say thank you again for joining me here tonight. There's so much on TV that you could be watching. I couldn't appreciate it any more than you guys have spent 10 to 15 minutes here tonight listening to me go on about what we've talked about bread. So thanks again, guys. That's been another episode of This, That or Something Else. My co-host has fallen asleep. I better get him some food and get him into bed. I'll see you next week at 8 p.m. Thursday night. See you later, guys.